Hello, I'm Anastasia, an accredited exercise physiologist, and today I'll be taking you through a core as well as arm workout, and this will be completed through a push-up and plank series. So let's get into it. Get down onto your mat and we'll start with a leg pull and prone movement. So getting into a plank position, and then you're bending and straightening the knees as you push off. So breathing in as you bend the knees, and then exhale as you push out into the plank. And we're just doing this movement to warm up our joints, get a bit of a stretch in our shoulders, start moving our shoulder joints, as well as start working the core. You should be feeling this in the lower abdominals. So imagine that you've got just underneath your belly button, someone's pulling towards your spine. And we've only got a few more here. And inhale as you bend, exhale as you straighten, and coming down onto your knees. The next movement will be a push-up with 2 shoulder taps. You can do this on your toes as well. Otherwise, you're doing 1 push-up with 2 shoulder taps. And we'll be doing a few of these movements. So now as you go down towards the mat, you're breathing in and then out on the way back up. So breathing in, breathing out, and then 2 shoulder taps. Make sure your hips are staying still as if they were headlights and they're pointing down towards the mat. Starting to feel it in our arms and our chest as well as our back. And really focus on keeping your body in that straight line from your hips to your head. And coming out of that. So shaking out your shoulders before we move on to the next movement, which is also a push-up but a different type. This is a triceps push-up with a release. What you are going to do is try lower down towards the mat as slow as you can. So with the breath, just breathing in and out at your own pace. And then standing up back into the plank position in any way that you can. And really try to control this movement. Keep those shoulders down. So try not to have them rising up towards your ears. If you had a string from each ear to your shoulders, you want those strings as long as you can make them. And that was your last one. Rolling onto your side now for a side plank reach with your arm and leg in and out. For this movement, the options are your knees, your toes, and you're reaching side to side as far as you can and then coming in. Everything staying still apart from the arm and leg that are uppermost, and you're trying to move them in a horizontal plane. You can look down towards the mat and that will just relieve any tension if you're feeling some in the neck. And keep lifting up the hips towards the sky or the ceiling. So drawing them up to the sky, pushing up from the hips, and coming down. We'll be doing that on the other side now. So rolling over gently and getting into the starting position. And begin the movement. So you can choose again between knees and toes. Try complete just as many as you did on the other side. And otherwise, you can also alternate your one arm or one leg at a time. If the movement is a bit difficult to coordinate, I'd suggest starting with a version like that, where you're alternating between arm and leg before moving on. And breathing out as you draw your arm and leg towards each other, and in as you lengthen away. Focus on really lengthening. And that was the last one. We'll move on to a plank oblique twist movement. With this, you are reaching and tapping your opposite toes or ankle. So you're making a pike position and you're trying to reach and twist the body to reach for those toes. With this, really focus on having your elbow creases smiling towards each other, and as you reach for your toe, breathing out and breathing in on the way down. And focusing on the breath, keep drawing underneath your belly button towards your spine, and try to keep your knees soft but straight. And coming out. We'll move on to hip twists. This one, you are on your elbows for a plank and rocking those hips side to side. Do the option that suits your body today. So I've chosen the one on my knees so that I can really focus on drawing and using my deep core muscles. And twisting from side to side, keeping your elbows stacked directly in line with your shoulders. And we only have a few more here. Breathe in and out and in as you change sides. And coming down. Well done. So the next exercise is a plank, not a push-up, but with this one, you're tapping the side, the front in front of you, and then to the back towards your knee. With this one, you should be feeling it in the arm that's supporting your weight. So it's really challenging your stability and balance of that arm that isn't moving. And with this one, your lower body, there shouldn't be any movement. And if at any point you're feeling anything within the back or the lower back, like any sensations in the joints, then make sure you have a break, a rest, before continuing. As well, you can try changing the position of your pelvis. But otherwise, take a small breather and we will start this movement on the other side. So now tapping with the other arm. You can always choose the option to go into a full plank position, but these are variations that you can always build up to and progress to as you get stronger. Tapping in front, to the back and to the side. And every time you reach out, breathing out and breathing in on the way back in. I know you've got this, you're doing really well. There's only a few more reps left of this one before the lucky last exercise. And coming out of it. So the next exercise will be a favorite, everyone's favorite, a plank hold. We'll be holding this position for 45 seconds, but you can always drop down if you need. So going into the position, we're really trying to improve our strength in our core and our arms for this workout, and keeping the hips in line with the shoulders, watching the alignment where your elbows and shoulders are and if they're in line with each other, vertical to the floor. Keep holding so close So close to the end. And coming down. Amazing work. Well done, and thank you so much for joining me today. Hope to see you next time. Bye.